Hello and welcome back to Primal Carnage Extinction, the check it out edition sort of thing that I'm running at the moment because I can't get into a server. So today, in the last video, I checked out the human side. I checked out all the weapons. I checked out like the sound effects to see what they sounded like. I checked out all their throwables. I checked out sort of how they moved, sort of. Yeah, if you want to check that out, it was a previous video in this playlist, so go check it out. It's a lot of fun, and you get some tips and tricks as well. So today I'm checking out the dinosaurs. Of course, you guys are always wanting to know about the dinosaurs. So let's get straight into it. This is the dinosaur pick a class section. You can pick any of these. This is the hit detection is slightly weird with them, but sometimes you might end up clicking on a dinosaur you don't want to be. But let's start off with the Dilo. We're gonna finish on the no. Let's start off with the Carno. We're gonna finish off with the Pteranodon because he's the most interesting. So if you want to know more about him, go to the end of the video. Let's start off with the Carnotaurus. So, one, you might notice he looks fairly similar. Still a mean, devilish-looking dinosaur, I guess. He moves. Now, this is the biggest change of the game. I feel this is like one of the biggest things in the game, is that the movement of the dinosaurs is so much smoother. Like it just feels great. The movement is lovely. The sort of reaction time between sort of moving and stuff is just spot on. I cannot fault it at all. So that they really hit the nail on the head with the dinosaurs in this one. The models look a little bit nicer. I can't really say there's too much difference. It's a little bit clearer. The details a little bit more there. But yeah. But let's get into actually the attacks and stuff of the Carno. As you might have seen in the previous screen, I didn't have a proper look at it, but all the dinosaurs obviously have their attacks as well. Not their attacks, their statistics as well. So they've got damage, speed, and something else. So yeah, you'll see what they are when we go to the next character. But so the Carno is pretty much a ram. He's classed as a bruiser in this game, which is interesting that they're throwing those into this like actual classes, which brings me to think that they might bring out new dinosaurs. Well, they probably will, considering that it's a big attraction of the game. But it feels like they might bring them out sort of sooner rather than later. Maybe in the next, I don't know. It'll be no doubt DLC. Anyway, but he's a bruiser, which means he bashes the things out of the way. He just goes straight through them. There is no stopping this thing, apart from when he gets tired. So what you might notice is if you're a Primal Carnage previous player, is the speed of the Carno has been increased by what I would say a substantial amount. Now I don't know the actual statistics as to how exactly faster he is and stuff like that, and people will probably say no, it's not that much faster. He definitely feels it. That's what I'm going off. I'm going off feels and not actual facts. So yeah, but he definitely feels a lot faster. He moves much quicker. He's obviously a lot more nimble and a lot more easier to move, which is another fact which I hit upon in the previous video, where I think the game is going to be a lot faster. I think it's going to be just snappy, quick, super fun, sort of action-packed sort of craziness. And you can really see this in the dinosaur side with the speed that they move. Like all the dinosaurs move at an incredible pace now, so you can kind of see why the humans sort of have a higher fire rate. Yeah, but moving on, looking into the Carno a little bit more. He also has another ability, not an ability, but another attack, which is his bite. He can bite people. He can be one mean son of a bitch by biting them in the ass. He can just chew them up. I mean, look at the teeth. Whoa! Jitterbug. The jitterbug. Shut up! I'm trying to do a. Thank you. I'm trying to do a. Just do a. Anyway, So this is the he has the bite obviously, and his teeth are really detailed. Like, you can see, whoa! I found a good little bug. I'm enjoying this. Oh, I did that for way too long and shook my ears. Oh, that feels weird. Oh my god, look, an upside down burning quad. Anyway, so he's got his bite. There's also his head bash, sort of golf swing. And that's pretty much all that the Carno has. He has his roar, which is now equipped to F. This is another thing that's changed in the game. F is now the roar rather than Q, because Q was in the previous Primal. But this is it's now F, and I can't even remember what the Carno's one did. Someone's going to comment and say what all the roars do, please. Can someone comment what all the roars do? I know that the T-Rex one gives everyone a buff, but I don't know what any of the other ones do. Apart from like the Pteranodon as well, because his spots people. But yeah, that's the Carno. Let's move on to the next one, and we'll just see what the next one is. So the next one's going to be the Dilo. I could have picked a slightly different sort of Dilo, but I just kind of went with this one because they both play pretty much identically. So you've got a bite as an attack. You've also got a spit. Now the spit is a very specific type. Oh, it's the one thing that's sort of changed quite dramatically in this game, because the spit in previous Primal had a couple of changes over the time. Originally you could spit sort of almost as fast as you want, and then it went to you had to roar and then spit, and then it went back to sort of spitting but with like a limit. So in this one, you can spit, and it actually spits where you want it to, for one. So you can actually see where you're spitting, because the dinosaurs now have a crosshair, or a cross dot. The spit for the Dilo also takes up, if you can see in the bottom left, you've got the health and stuff. This is for all characters. You got stamina as bar as well, but the spit sort of is limited to the stamina. Wow, that's a glitched... early access, people. Early access. But... the spit takes up stamina, which can, you can spit onto stuff, which I really liked. I kind of feel like there should be like a paintball, like mod somewhere in here. Someone should make a paintball mod, because that'd be really cool. I don't know why. I just thought this was like super paintballish. But yeah, that's sort of the dialogue. The spit blinds people. I don't know what the effect is on blinding. Again, this is something we'll see in the actual when I get into a game. This is just a first look because I can't actually get into a game, but I wanted to get you guys videos of the game and how it looks and how it plays. But you can also see that the Dilo's even fast. Like, look at him sprint. He's quite nimble. He's a little nimbly ninja. Ninja Dilo. We'll bring him back. We'll bring Ninja Dilo back. I'll see if I can like customize the Dilo to look like a ninja. Maybe at one point. We'll see how much I play as him. Yeah, that's the Dilo. There's not too much difference. Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the Raptor. My favorite, of course. The Raptor is amazing. The Raptor's had quite a few changes. Okay, I'm just going to say that now. The Raptor has had probably one of the bigger changes in the game that I've noticed. Some people may say otherwise. So the Raptor is fast. As you can see, he's actually one of the faster dinosaurs in the game. He's really fast, nimble. He's got a large stamina bar, so he can run for quite a while. It takes him. Well, it doesn't even take very long to build it back. See, that's how fast the game's going to be. That's really quick. That's why I quite like the fact that the game might be that. But so this is the biggest change. No, wait. The next thing will be the biggest change. So you've got a basic attack like you did, and if you roar, I believe this goes faster. Yeah, you've got a faster attack, which looks just so weird. Yeah. So if you roar, you get a faster attack with the Raptor. The biggest change. Here's the biggest change for the Raptor. Now, in the previous Primal Carnage, when you press right-click, it was a pounce. And it's still a pounce. But there's a slight difference to the pounce. One, you get this icon as to where you can pounce. If you put this too far, it goes red, and this means you cannot pounce there. That's out of your range. But if you can bring it close, you can sort of pounce. And the original pounce was like that. That was like the original pounce, okay? This is the new pounce. If I can do this right, if I can actually get up. Okay, so I'll do it up onto the van. This is the new pounce. If I can do it. Give me the new pounce ability. There we go. So this is the new pounce. You can now jump a fair damn distance with this new ability, which is pretty insane, considering this leaves like the place open to the maneuverability of a raptor, which is great for raptor players. Like, I'm a raptor player myself, so I absolutely love being up on top of things, scouting the area out, and then making an attack. And it's great to do with people. So yes, I highly recommend people using this move to get about. It also recharges super quick. Does not take up. I mean, look how much stamina this takes up in 1 pounce. Oh, if I can bring it back. That's nothing compared to what it used to. Okay, it used to take up a huge chunk. You could pounce like 3 times and you're done. Okay, this looks like you pounce like 8 times and you're done. But the other thing about this icon is that it also shows you where you're going to land. Like, in the previous Primal, you couldn't see where you were going to land. You could make a rough judgment, but you couldn't see where you were going. You couldn't see if you can't pounce behind you. There's a cone shape. Okay, that's something new. But you couldn't see where you were going to pounce. But now you can, and the animation is hilarious. I mean, just check out this animation. Love it. I don't know if it changes when you do a roar. Okay, when you roar, you cannot pounce. That's a rule. So, because that just makes that attack faster, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a raptor. He's changed to a good degree. I quite like it. I like that his pounce is now aimed, and also that it's got a ridiculous animation, and it's got a good range on it as well. It's not overpowering range. But it does allow you to sort of get up to vantage points and stuff like that. This is a nice glitch. I like this glitch. This is a comical glitch. Yeah, let's move on to the next dinosaur, which you're gonna love, because you know what it is. It's the T-Rex. We might do 2. We might do the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus. Ooh, the Spino's got different damage output. Interesting. And he's more mobility. Why would you choose the T-Rex over the Spino? Look at the T-Rex. He's got 1 less damage and 1 less mobility than the Spino. What the hell? A powerful super predator like T-Rex, but with 100% more arm strength. Why would you choose anything else? Right, let's check out the T-Rex, and we'll check out the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we'll see what he's like. So, I just bit my tongue. One thing that has changed quite dramatically in the dinosaurs is their tail now has like dynamic movement to it. This makes no sense in my book, but you can now waggle your tail. Basically, that is basically all that gave you, is the ability to waggle your tail and hold your head high whilst you do it. Look at the waggle. Look at him. He is so happy. He is a happy dinosaur. But yeah, so the T-Rex now moves like damn sight faster as well, or at least I think it feels like it. I don't know if the maps are just smaller. That might just be what it is. But yeah, he moves fast. He can't move as far as some of the other dinosaurs, but he's still a really powerful character. His health is also obviously the biggest out of everyone, being 2,500. He is the tank of the game, obviously. He has his attacks are a bite, which you have to aim now. You actually have to aim this bite attack. So if you're pointing up, you can bite up. You can also sort of really spaz out his neck. It looks like he's had neck cramp. Look at... Oh, no, it's gone now. His neck cramps, he's sorted it out. He had a massage later on, a quick raptor massage, they just ran around his neck. But yeah, he's got a basic bite attack like you would. His roar is this. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? Pretty sweet. That is a roar you want to hear. You know, we want to hear that in Jurassic World. We want to hear that roar. But like on a scale of 10. We want 10 of those doing that in Jurassic World. That'd be amazing. So yeah, that's his roar. It gives buffs to anybody who's sort of in the range. From what I believe, it might have changed for this one. I don't know. I think that's what it does. I can't imagine they change it too much. But he now has a second attack. Oh my god, I know people are wondering. No, it's not a fist bump. Nope, his hands are still way too small. No, it is now a it is now a proper tail waggle, where he can wag his tail and smack players across. So it's kind of got like a Carno attack, basically. So you can hit people off bridges, you can hit people just get them away from you. So you can like... Oh my god, you can double attack. Can you? No. Okay, I thought it could. No double attack happening here. But yeah, so you can now whack people. You can also run and bite and whack as well. Yeah. I could just imagine like, so he's running down like a pitch, and a ball comes towards him. He's just like, nope, and he just like wiggles his bum, and it's gone. Maybe he was joining the cheerleader squad before he became a dinosaur. Before he went into the dinosaur competitor business, where it's dinosaurs versus humans. But yeah, that is the T-Rex. It's pretty much a T-Rex. There's not much to talk about, really. He's still a T-Rex. He's still a badass. Butterflies! Look at the butterflies. Look at them. Look at them, T-Rex. Look at them. Yeah, that's right. There's butterflies over there. Right, change class. Right, let's go and check out the Spino, because I haven't checked out the Spino. He looks badass. Look at the model on him. He has changed ever so slightly with he's got nice detail on him, with all the wrinkles, and he's pretty old. He is getting pretty old. Look at the movement as well. Wow. That's fast. So he's got like a bite attack like the T-Rex does. His second attack, I believe, is an arm swing. So he's got like a frontal whack rather than a... So he can fist bump you. He can fist bump a Pathfinder if he wants to. He can just go up to a Pathfinder, say, hey, boom, and you know, get whatever he needs, really. Flares. I don't know why. But yeah, he's got those two attacks. That's basically the Spino. He's fast. He can do both at the same time. His roar does pretty much identical, but let's hear it anyway in all of its glory. Let's do it. Come on, and... Amazing. Sounds like my stomach when I'm ill. Yeah. Spinosaurus, one of the highlights of Primal Carnage, and it always has been, even when they took him out and people glitched him, modded him, whatever they could to get him back in the game. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, that's the Spino. He moves fairly similar. He moves pretty much the same. You know, he can waggle his tail if you want him to. He can't do it. It's his I guess it's his spine, so he doesn't gonna do anything with it. Yeah, that's him. That's the Spino. Now let's move on to the most dramatic changed. There are two versions of these guys, but we're just going to go with the Pteranodon. We're not going to go with the... I don't want to pronounce another badly pronounced name, because this is not... Oh look, the Spino died. So this is the floating Pteranodon. He has the biggest difference, and you will see it whilst I just simply fly around, basically. Oh, what? Is he... Oh, okay, yeah. I have to be holding W to do this. So he will basically follow where the cursor points. Now this is something that is incredibly different, because I used to hate playing the Pteranodons because I could not maneuver them for the life of me. But now look at me. I can land and I can take off because I'm still not amazing. But just the maneuverability of these guys is insane. I mean, this is what I think why the game might be like ultra fast now, and might change up, especially with like the sniper, because the sniper's the only one that can really shoot these guys from a distance. So that might be why it's so fast paced, and the accuracy and the recoil is like nothing. But yeah, this guy's got a real difference in his attack, in his in his movement, which I really like because I can actually fly him now, whereas I couldn't before. I mean, look at that! I could never have done that before with ease. Like, I even dared to do it. I shut up and did it. But yeah, that's basically that's the Pteranodon. He's got a bite, and he can also. His roar will signal, or I believe it still does, signal, like, he basically is like a UAV. So he can spot the humans sort of by flying above them and screaming. The one thing that I haven't been able to figure out is his second ability. Like, most of... He'll hover? Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know he could do that. That's really cool. Because originally you couldn't hover, you just kind of flew and you didn't do anything. But let's just hover in the air and let's just have that animation go on over and over again. But his one ability that was quite a vital part of the original Primal was picking up humans. And you could lift them up and you could drop them. You could drop them off ledges, you could drop them from a height and they die from impact. Something like that. I haven't been able to figure this one out. I've been able to get his bite, his flight, but his right attack doesn't actually do anything. I don't know if there's an icon that appears over people when you can do it. You know, again, I haven't been able to play this with people online, so I don't know exactly what has changed in regards to what other icons are and how you can interact with other people. The only thing I know is that you can shove people off with the Pteranodon. So say there was someone along here, if I just went like this, they'd be nudged off. There is hit impact, so you do get nudged. You can push people off large bridges and stuff. But that is all the dinosaurs. So if you enjoyed looking at all the dinosaurs and want to know more about Primal Carnage, keep tuned because I will be playing it more and more as it gets better and better and comes out further and further out of early access. I'll also be playing it with Lord, of course, and hopefully be getting into actual games where I can play. So let's have a quick look at this map. You've seen quite a lot of it whilst I've been flying around as a Pteranodon. I wanted to wait till I got to the Pteranodon so I can get around quicker. But this map is huge. This map is massive. So it goes from like jungle, and then there's like a boneyard down there, which is one of my favourite parts of this map. I really like the look of that, but I think some of the fights in this map could be really, really cool. It's large enough for really big scale battles. There's enough sort of... It's really nicely designed. There's lots of places for humans and dinosaurs to sort of battle out. Like around here, you've got the human built structures, but then you've also got like logs and pipes for like, a raptor could be hiding in this pipe, or even a human could be crawling through it. Or in the tunnels, up in here, sort of things like that. Could really, I don't know, I just think this map is really good for that sort of thing. Unfortunately, due to what I think is the human brain, and the gaming human brain, is majority of people will go here. Most people will come and just sit in this area as humans, because it is the most protective. Being inside there, a T-Rex can't get in there that I know of. I haven't actually tested getting a T-Rex in there, but this bit is very similar to the utility base. There was a massively played map in the original Primal. I would say it is as close to identical as it could be without actually being utility base, which is a map still in the game, and it has been redone. But this is super similar, and loads of everyone in that map. There was a jungle around it, but everyone stayed inside the building. So I'm quite intrigued as to see how dinosaur players will use this place as like sort of a challenge to get people out, and how they will force people out, because I don't see a huge amount of other places that are going to be this protective. But yeah, that's my only downside of this map. Let's move on to somewhere else. But yeah, I see like loads of stuff happening in this map. This is this is I think it's going to be one of my favorite maps, because I love maps that are open-ended. You know, loads of different battles. The maps seem to be a little bit more like a little more thought's gone into the design and stuff. You know, where people are going to fight, where people aren't going to fight, where people are going to just move across, where they're going to, you know, even this little bit here, the bridge. It's going to be a really nice, like, it's just a little feature to come across, and you'll be like, ooh, maybe I haven't seen that before. I mean, this bit you'll probably see, but I reckon there'll be a couple bits in maps where people just haven't seen. And I was in, what was I in? I was in the air base. I was in the air one, the one with the hangar. If you've played previous Primal, you know which one I'm talking about. I went into that to test the game out a little bit before doing this, and there were bits in there that I'd never seen before, and I don't know if they're just in Extinction or if they're in the previous Primal, but it'd be cool if they were in both. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about in this game. I hope you guys in this video, sorry, I hope you guys enjoyed having a quick look at the dinosaurs, and I hope you guys sort of learned something about the dinosaurs and maybe how they've changed. And, you know, if you haven't got the game yet, but you had the previous one, what might have changed, what might be different. The game, I think, will be much faster paced, as I've discussed. I think some of the mechanics have changed. Well, a lot of the mechanics have changed, which means it's going to be a lot more like a sort of more like a Counter-Strike or a Team Fortress, or like a Valve-based shooter sort of game. I think it's going to become a bit more like that. I mean, you get drops at the end of matches, so you get like hats and stuff like that at the end of matches. You get there are tradable items through the Steam marketplace. You can actually physically buy with actual money things that are going to go through there. So you know, Counter-Strike has the exact same thing. So I see a lot of that stuff happening, and it could build a really, really good community. It could build an amazing one, and I hope it does, because it's a game that I have adored since it sort of first come out, even though I might not have expressed that as much as I should have. And it's the one that really sort of made my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys in the more in this as the weeks come on, and the months and year, and into the new year. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will leave you, and please comment, like, subscribe, share, favorite, whatever the hell you want to do with this video. It's just a look at the dinosaur side. Go have a look at the human side if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!